We're back.
We're back with some more Gravity Falls. Episode 3, HeadHunters. Gravity Falls, Season 1, Episode 3, HeadHunters.
Hooray! Let's go.
Is that a reference to Mindhunters?
Like the serial killer show?
Welcome to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I am your host, Cailin Clother, and with me is my co-host. People are gonna hate that. I never tell you I hate that noise. Like,
really?
Thing. Yeah, it's one of those things.
Oh, really?
It's such like a pet peeve of mine.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you should have told me before I did it. This is your fault.
I know this is where the show breaks up, guys. Over a bit.
I hate the sound of like body parts like cracking.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm Dara Whitman. Hi.
And we are back, and we are continuing with our new series, Gravity Falls, where we are watching, we are reacting, and we are doing all that stuff. Yes. Anyway, so
don't worry, I can get that song out of your head real quick.
We are still at the beginning of Season 1 with Episode 3, HeadHunters, and Episode 4, The Hand That Rocks the Mabel. So we're just going to get started.
Oh, now that title makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, because it sounds like Hand That Rocks the Cradle, but this had nothing to do with that movie. But like, okay, I get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I still don't get that. Well, okay, Headhunter also kind of makes sense, but like, yeah.
So we're just going to get started with Episode 3, HeadHunters. So what do you think about these episodes, Dara?
I think I like them more than the first two, like a lot more. Because, like, they were kind of more what I thought the show was going to be, in that, like, it's still a fun kid show, but I'm also kind of terrified.
Yeah. You're definitely creeped out by some of this stuff, which is totally
and it was, like,
within your reason.
Kind of, like, with these two episodes, it was, like, it kind of, like, for a bit, like, I didn't think it was going to go the way I thought it was, but then eventually it did, but, like, it still did it well enough, so I'm like, all right.
Right. Yeah.
These won't be required.
See, I am able, because she knits.
Examine the evidence, and this is obviously an accident. Quack, 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 quack. What? Detective will return after these messages.
See, I was going to go with Sherlock Holmes.
He's a genius.
It's easier to find clues when you're that close to the ground.
Are you saying?
The goats! You'll never guess what I found.
Buried treasure!
Buried? Hey, I was gonna say that.
Aw.
So I was...
Whoa!
That is creepy.
Wax museum.
It's so.
Oh my god, House of Wax?
Except for that one.
Hello!
We're at the Mystery Shack and Dipper and Mabel are watching the show called Duck-tective. I'm a big fan of Duck-tective. I really appreciate his work.
There's a real show called Count Duckula.
Is there really?
Yeah, he's a vegetarian duck. Vampire duck.
Well, that raises so many questions. What?
I don't know. It's like, I think it's like I don't know how, like, old-timey. I think it's at least like 60s. Look it up. And, because I heard about it when I was watching stuff on Phantom of the Opera, because there's an episode, like, involving the Phantom of the Opera.
That's wild.
Yeah, so, but they also, I thought, because it was Duck-tective, which I didn't find that clever. I was thinking either Sherlock Holmes or just Sherlock Quack.
I like it. I think we should run with that idea.
And instead of, like, it being Sherlock Quack, it's like an actual quacking noise.
So as they're watching this educational and lovely program.
Is it educational?
Sure. Well, they're solving mysteries. Mysteries can be educational, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Ducks are smart, right?
The mystery of who stole the letter A.
Don't patronize me. So Seuss comes in and he says that he was going around cleaning the shack and he found a secret room.
What?
That was hidden behind the wallpaper.
What? There's a hidden room inside this creepy shack. Shock and disbelief.
I know. I wouldn't expect such a thing to come out of a place called the Mystery Shack.
In a place called Gravity Falls.
In a town called Gravity Falls.
I got them all. Genghis Khan, Sherlock Holmes, some kind of, I don't know, goblin man. Is anyone else getting the creeps here? And now for my personal favorite, Wax Abraham Lincoln. Right over. Oh no, come on. Who left the blinds open? Wax John Wilkes Booth, I'm looking in your direction. How do you
You put him right next to Wax Lizzie Borden.
Cheer up.
So they go behind this door and they find that it is a old wax museum.
Which is...
And with the inside of it has a bunch of old wax figures of various celebrities and old fictional characters.
Yeah, like, and I don't like. Okay, well, like I don't find wax museums in general that creepy because I've been to a couple.
I've actually never been to.
I've been to Madame Tussauds actually.
Really?
And I think it was the one in New York. Mm-hmm. That was fun. And then there's a one in for like the near the Baseball Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Save your money, don't go. It's really bad. Anyway, Madame Tussauds is nice though. But like the fact that like this is like a kind of like creepy-esque show.
Yeah.
I assume House of Wax.
Right.
So I'm creeped out. But like there were some interesting wax figures.
Yeah, some interesting character choices here. But apparently this used to be one of the big attractions at the Mystery Shack until Gongo Stan was like, nah. Forgot all about it.
Yeah, so can we name all the wax figures?
So I think we'll name them as we come across them. Well, we see Wax Abraham Lincoln, but he's been melted by the sun.
Looking at you, Wax Joan Wilkes Booth. That was a good line. Next to Wax Lizzie Borden?
Yeah, and behind him is like a wax figure with a lady with an axe, and we're pretty sure that's...
Who else is it going to be? Also, why?
Why not?
And then, who else was there in that little bit?
I think we saw...
Wax Larry King. Again.
Yeah, he's some kind of gremlin. It's Larry King. I think that's where we see Sherlock Holmes and Nixon is there.
Nixon,
William
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Those, like, see, that kind of makes sense. Mm-hmm. Robin Hood's there. I think we saw Robin Hood in that bit.
Yeah.
And then later we see, like, Genghis Khan and Edgar Allan Poe. Mm-hmm. And...
Coolio.
Coolio
was there. Famed rapper.
Well, I feel
Coolio.
like there was other ones that I can't, like, that I couldn't actually pick up, like, who they were.
Right. Yeah, I think those were some of the big players.
Those were some of the big players. But, like, I think there was, like, one, I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we got most of them, all of them. I'm looking at a picture here. So,
if we missed any, put it down in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't worry, Grunkle.
I know I need to get like a weird, like old crotchety Italian, like mafia.
You really think you can make one of these puppies?
Grunkle Stan, I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm?
I like your gumption, kid.
I love the
I don't know
randomness.
what that word means. Oh, Muse, you work in mysterious ways.
Why's your sister talking to the ceiling?
I think it needs more glitter.
Agreed.
I found my pants, but now I'm missing my...
What do you think?
I think the Wax Museum's back in business.
So Mabel gets the idea that we have all this extra wax here. Let's make our like a new wax figure. Mm-hmm. So she's looking for ideas. She has some good ideas, but ultimately decides that she's going to make a wax figure out of Grunkle Stan because her muse works in mysterious ways. Mm-hmm. So she does a pretty good job.
Yeah. It's very glittery.
It's very lifelike and also covered in glitter. But also, how else would you want a Grunkle Stan wax figure?
I wouldn't, honestly.
The answer is no.
No.
Never.
See, that's more interesting than... I want a corn dog. You've had a corn dog, right?
Showed up.
I don't like corn dogs.
Right? Your uncle probably bribed them or something.
You all know me, folks. Town darling, Mr. Mystery. Please, ladies, control yourselves.
It's covered in my blood, sweat,
I'm more attracted by
tears,
Nixon at the
and
moment.
other fluids. Yeah.
Old man McGucket, local kook. Are the wax figures alive? And follow-up question, can I survive the Waxman uprising?
Shut up!
Yes. Next question.
I kind of don't like him.
Determined Gravity Falls gossiper. Do you really think this constitutes a wonder of the world?
Your microphone's a turkey baster, Toby.
It certainly is.
Good night, everyone.
Go get some...
I think that went well.
You got the money, it's fine.
So then there's this like grand opening where they're going to open back up the attraction of the museum, starring this Grunkle Stan wax figure. And there's these people there, they're coming. And there's a big sign that says free pizza. And that's how he gets people to come out.
Here's the rule. If you say there's free pizza, you need pizza.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's no free pizza.
There isn't, which is just me. Like, you can't do that.
So everyone is upset by that. We see some characters making comments. There's a Toby Determined, which is a great name for a reporter. He's like what's it? Your microphone's a turkey baster, Toby. That's a line I enjoy a lot.
This guy. Oh, yeah, you too, you little gremlin. Now you kids wash up. We got another long day of fleecing robes tomorrow. Go.
You know, he also sounds like
Kids.
Sirius Black from a Harry Potter sequel.
It seems you've really
Or what's his name from Me and My Duck? Oh, no. The Old Snatch.
Stupid duck. Well, I'm gonna use the John.
I don't trust that
You
wax
need anything?
figure. What? Wait, so what are the other... Because Wes is a...
Dipper, you want to do a toothbrush race?
Okay.
No! Wax Stan! He's been murdered!
So later that night, Uncle Stan is hanging out with his wax figure that he loves a lot. He gets up to go to the bathroom, comes back, and it's headless.
It's murdered.
It's murdered. Somebody murdered the wax figure.
You can't murder wax figures. They're not real.
Are they?
No, this is a television show.
This is television.
Blubs! You're kidding, right? There must be evidence, motives. You know, I can help if you want.
He's really good. He figured out who was eating our tin cans.
All signs pointed to the goat. Yeah, let the boy help. He's got a little brain.
Is
up
this
in
like
his
that
head.
one time at summer camp when there was when somebody kidnapped the dummy? I'm not making that up. And then Color War.
City boy!
See, it makes sense now, doesn't it?
Attention all units. Steve is going to fit an entire cantaloupe in his mouth. Repeat, an entire cantaloupe.
It's 2316!
Let's move.
You can't eat the shell, though. The shell.
That's it. Mabel, you
Not
and
if
me are
you
going to find
try
the jerk
hard
who did this.
It's
and
gross,
get back
though.
that head.
Candles
And
are
we'll
delicious.
see who's adorable.
He squeezed like a kitten.
So he calls the cops, because I guess that's what you do when a wax figure has been murdered. So the cops come and they say, hey, this case is impossible to solve. There is an axe right next to the wax figure. An axe next to the wax. And Dipper says that he can solve the case, and they laugh at him because he's just like a little boy. With a very cute sneeze. Making sure that I'm not forgetting anything.
He's just a kid and life is a nightmare?
Word.
There were a lot of unhappy customers at the unveiling.
This
The
is actually
murderer
going where I was
could have been
expecting it.
anyone.
Yes, even us.
In this town, anything is possible. Ghosts, zombies, could be months before we find our first clue.
Use the monocle!
Ooh,
So what do you think?
In my opinion, this is an axe.
wait a minute. The lumberjack. Then that's where we're going.
Dude, this is awesome.
I
You
was
two
going
are
to say
like
Lizzie
the mystery
Borden did
twins.
it. That is how
Don't
it's
call
supposed
us
to be?
I think so.
I mean, he got a woman in
Hey,
like...
give me a hand with this coffin, will you?
We have an axe.
It seems like the kind of thing a responsible parent wouldn't want you doing. Good thing I'm an uncle. Avenge me, kids! Avenge me! Got the fake IDs?
That's... Honey.
Here goes nothing.
Sorry, but we don't serve minors.
We're here to interrogate Manly Dan and
I like
Lumberjack
a
for the murder
tattoo.
of Wax Stan. Deedly.
Sir Dipping Sauce and Lady Mableton.
Works for me.
Why does he have a cat on the pants?
Who's resting?
All right.
Oh, no, he
Try to
did.
blend in, okay?
You got it, Dipping Sauce.
Don't have any of the jiggly
Hey,
juice.
Dan! Just the guy I
Bestificus.
wanted to see. Where were you last night?
Punching the clock.
You were at work.
No, I was punching that clock.
10 o'clock. The time of the murder.
Deadly hand.
Left?
Your wife is gonna be beautiful.
Yes.
Big yes. In the case.
But will she love me?
Handed axe. Let's find that murderer.
You know what I kind of question about Mabel? How much sugar does she intake in a day?
A lot.
Okay.
So Dipper and Mabel take on the case, and they start trying to solve this mystery. So
They get some clues.
they got some clues, like there's footprints around the
and they
wax
have like
figure.
a hole in them.
There's like a hole in the shoe.
The person who would have to They figure out something with like left-handedness.
Yeah, they figured the way everything's placed, the person who was in there would have had to be left-handed to
because they first think it's a lumberjack. They first think it's a lumberjack,
right?
And then they get into the bike club.
They go to like this like hot biker bar. This like
I
rough
like
and
the
tumble.
guy's tattoos.
The bouncer has tattoos where his head says head, his neck says neck, his chin says chin. It's
and they don't allow minors.
They don't allow minors, but if
God dang it.
that was really good. It's little stuff like that. But good thing that I almost said Mipper and Dable. Wow.
What?
Dipper and Mabel, they have some fake IDs that are very convincing.
They got googly eyes.
They say Sir Dipping Sauce and Lady Mableton. And they get in the bar and they're able to question Manly Dan.
Well, Dipper questions. Mabel plays with her cootie catcher.
Yeah, she has like the little fortune teller.
Yeah.
She's always making friends. Mm-hmm. So Manly Dan says that it couldn't have been him because one, he's right-handed. Two, that's not his axe. And he has an alibi, which he was punching the clock. And by punching the clock, he wasn't working. He was just literally punching the clock like right across the street.
So vandalism.
Yeah, but like at least it's not murder.
It's true.
And it's Manly Dan. We'll give him a pass.
And then the one biker finds out that his wife is going to be very pretty, but will she love him?
But will she love him? That's the question.
And then they go around to everybody else, and they're all right-handed or have broken arms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one guy has 2 broken arms.
The evidence is irrefutable.
They're not worried about this, are they?
Irrefutable.
I'm gonna get to use my nightstick.
You ready? You ready, little fella?
On 3. One.
Boy, your little knees must be sore from jumping to conclusions. Cha-cha-cha.
Oh, that thing must be super sticky.
Timestamp confirms it. Toby, you're off the hook. You freak of nature.
Hooray!
But it has
How
to
many
be
freaks
him.
are there
Check
in
the
this
extra
town?
Fingerprints.
No prints at all.
No prints?
Hey, I got a headline for you. City kids waste everyone's time.
They were good. That was cool. I mean,
Boy, I'd be pretty embarrassed if I was you two.
So they're starting to narrow down the possible suspects, and they finally narrow it down to Toby Determined from the Gravity Falls Gossiper. Mm-hmm. And so he also has a hole in his shoe. He's left-handed because we saw him holding his turkey baster microphone. And they call the cops, and the cops come in. And but the only thing is that Toby Determined has an alibi, which is at 10 o'clock that night, he was smooching his cardboard cutout of the lady reporter.
and videotaped it.
Well, it's on a security camera. Yeah.
What?
It's a little
That's
weird,
like
Toby.
all like, and we'll talk about, and we can talk about mainly in the episode, but like all of like most of the men in this like town are creepy. The cops seem fine. They're dum-dums.
Yeah, they're idiots.
But they seem fine, like not creepy-wise. And like, who knows how sticky that cardboard cutout is. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, ew. Like, it's so creepy.
Yikes.
And like, even like, they don't, I mean, like, it's a kid joke, but still, that was creepy.
It was creepy. Toby is creepy.
Who's not creepy? Dipper?
Dipper?
Jesus?
Zeus
is-
is not
he's
creepy.
fine.
He's fine. Stan's not creepy. He's just
He's a dick.
he's kind of a dick.
Which, I mean, I guess in this world is fine. Mm-hmm. As long as you're not a creep. Mm-hmm. Is that fine? I mean, also, Stan's, you know what, Grumple Sam's kind of honest about being a dick.
Yeah.
I respect that.
He's kind of upfront about who he is.
I respect if you're just honest about being a dick. I mean, if I'm like, a creep is a whole different story. Mm-hmm. But if you're a dick and you're honest about it, you're honest. And then, but the cops do make fun of Dipper.
They still make fun of him. Yep. And Toby says that must be so embarrassing as the video of him smooching a thing comes down the distance. Anyway, so, but they do scan the axe for fingerprints, and there are none. Mm-hmm. There are no fingerprints on the thing.
Meanwhile, we go to the funeral of Wax Grumple Sand.
Yes, he does have a funeral.
Kids, Zeus, lifeless wax figures, thank you all for coming.
Is that Groucho?
Yeah, it's Groucho.
Some people might
Is it
think it's
Shakespeare,
wrong
the
for a
Queen,
man to
Groucho,
love a
Nixon,
wax
Lizzie
replica of
Borden,
himself. They're
what,
wrong.
John Wilkes
He's
Booth,
just
Robin Hood,
wax
Larry
stand.
King.
Larry
I hope
King.
you're picking pockets and wax
Is that
heaven.
it?
I'm sorry, I got glitter in my eye.
Oh, dude.
Big Round
Those
Po.
cops were
Genghis
right about
Khan?
me.
Dipper, we've come so far.
The clues. Wax Stan's shoe has a hole in it.
All the wax guys have that. It's where the pole thingy attaches to their stand dealies.
Wait a minute. What has holes in its
Oh, Sherlock
shoes
Holmes.
and no fingerprints? Mabel, the murderers are
Standing right behind you.
Okay.
Wax Sherlock Holmes, Wax Shakespeare, Wax
Shakespeare.
Julio.
Coolio?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
So Stan gets very upset. He runs out crying. But then Dipper notices that Wax Stan has a hole in his shoe.
Oh my god.
But it turns out that all wax figures do, because that's how they get the sticky thing and the standy thing. Very proper terms there. So just as they're figuring out, the wax figures come to life.
Ah. So this did actually go where I thought it might be going for a while.
Pines. You've discovered
I'm still
our
terrified.
secret.
Wax figures are terrifying.
Applaud, everyone. Cursed to come to life whenever the moon is waxing. Your uncle bought us many years ago at a garage sale.
That's clever.
haunted garage sale, son.
I must warn you, these statues come at a terrible price.
$20? I'll just take them when you're not looking.
What?
I said I was gonna rob you.
And so the Mystery Shack wax collection was born.
So, like, I mean, I was assuming the wax figures are going to be evil. Turns
Yeah.
out they are.
Yes.
Are they, or are they just cursed?
Well, they're cursed and they're kind of bitter about it.
Yeah.
So they're these cursed figures that Stan stole from a haunted garage sale.
Like you do.
So you just sometimes you don't even buy it. You just stole them, and they were pretty content with their life because they were in attraction during the day, and at night when the moon is waxing, they come to life and just do whatever the heck they want. But then the attraction stopped making money, so he boarded it up, and they've been kind of pissed about it ever since.
So it's like Night at the Museum.
Kind of. Yeah,
We just didn't get a sexy mummy played by Rami Malek.
that's true. I guess not every piece of media can have a sexy mummy played by Rami Malek.
Anyway, Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
But we got the wrong guy.
So they were planning on murdering a human.
Wax people are creepy.
Yes.
Enough.
Yes,
Now
they
that
are.
you know our secret, you must die.
They once their room had been opened, though, they intended to exact revenge upon Grunkle Stan, but they got the wrong Stan. They got the wax Stan.
So they were. So, like, they could have murdered Stan.
They were planning on murdering Stan. Yes, which is bad. Don't murder people. And so kind of the leader of this group is Sherlock Holmes. And
would he be?
Sure. Why
I
not?
don't know. He doesn't seem like the leader kind in that. I guess he might be in that group. He's probably the smartest in that group.
Probably.
Probably.
But not that smart. So then they intend to attack Dipper and Mabel, and fighting ensues.
Dude, what do we do?
I don't know.
They're coughing on them. I'm melting.
That's it. We can melt them with hottie melty things.
You really think you can defeat us?
That's worth a shot, I guess.
I'm not really sure.
So be it. Attack!
Who's the one other guy?
Which one?
I don't know.
Interview
This is kind of what we thought the show's gonna be.
My neck! My beautiful neck!
Joke's on you, Groucho.
I've heard about a cutting remark, but this is ridiculous. Hey, why is there nothing in my hand?
That's a good question, actually.
Standards and practices. And through that fight, they discover that hottie melty things are the weakness of wax figures, which is important.
Because, duh.
Because,
So
duh.
then they started melting. Then we also forgot one of the wax figures was Groucho Marx.
Yes. Which is, there's a really funny thing where he gets cut in half.
Yeah.
And he's like, starts telling a joke with a cigar in his hand, but he's like, why isn't there anything in my hand? It's because standards and practices. The censors did not want smoking.
They could have put something else in there.
Probably, that's true.
Like a vape.
But it's funnier when he's like, why isn't there anything in my
Yeah,
hand?
sure, that was funny. And then
There's so many jokes in this show that got nixed because of because of censors. It's really funny.
again, if this show, I find this show interesting if it was on like an FX or something, 'cause then they could be a bit more inappropriate. I'm not saying. I mean, they went around it well, like
Yeah,
very
it's a good
well.
kid show.
Yeah. I don't really find anything weird about having a sword fight with Sherlock Holmes.
We'll rule the
happens.
night once again. You really
That's the
think you
mystery
can
pack.
outwit me?
Next to you. There we go. Oh
Any last words?
You got any sunscreen?
Got any? What?
no!
Fiddlesticks! Humbugs! It's a total kerfuffle! What a hullabaloo!
Crumpets.
Clone.
Those policemen were right, you're adorable! Adorable!
That's
Rip.
Ew.
yeah.
Go out, group!
Fighting ensues. They're able to destroy most of the wax figures. And then Dipper leads Sherlock Holmes out into the sun. And then that witch melts him and kills him.
Ew.
Yes.
The end.
Well,
You're okay. You solved the mystery after all.
But what about
couldn't have done
the
it
wax
without my
stand?
sidekick.
Well, I guess
No
maybe.
offense, Dipper,
Yeah, I
but
guess
you're
Mabel
the
made it.
sidekick.
What? Says who? Are people saying that? Have you heard that?
Your wax figures turned out to be evil, so he fought them to the death.
I decapitated Larry King.
You kids and your imagination.
On the bright
I want
side,
Jason
though, look
Ritter to
what
go
we
on the
found.
Larry King show and be like, I decapitated Larry
I
King.
missed this guy.
Solve the case yet, boy?
Yes.
I'm so confident you're gonna say no that I'm gonna take a long, slow sip from my cup of coffee.
Actually, the answer is yes.
They got scalded.
So, did you get rid of all the wax figures?
So, you're a rat. Tell me about that. Hey, get back here.
I'm
hunting-
invincible.
Hunting after a rat that stole my ear.
and so they get back the head of Wax Stan. Mm-hmm. And the cops are surprised.
I bet you didn't
that-
sell this, and I'm going to drink my coffee.
I take a long drink of this coffee.
Actually, that was funny. That whole thing was hilarious.
Yeah. So, so they save the day, but there is still the wax head of Larry King poking around the vents in the mystery.
But
shop.
he is missing an ear.
True, because the rat stole his ear.
But he is good with picking out sweaters.
All right, let's see. Let's take a look at the voice cast for this episode.
Okay.
Because we have Coolio voices Wax Coolio.
Oh, does he? Cool.
Yes, Larry King voices Wax Larry King. Let's
Good
see.
for them.
Anybody else? Oh, and the voice of Wax Sherlock Holmes is John Oliver.
Yay!
It's funny because I like knew that, and I was trying to like listen.
I kind of want
to
to go back and listen because like it didn't sound kind of like John Oliver.
It didn't sound like he definitely like was voice acting,
Which is weird because like I mean John Oliver's like fine at voices, but he's not like great at voices.
right? Yeah, exactly. I mean, he has a pretty distinctive voice.
Yeah, and like it's just Sherlock Holmes. He could just be John Oliver.
Right. Right.
Except when he does like his, I think my favorite one is like his Mrs. Doubtfire when he says hello.
Right. So that's that episode.
Hooray!
Yay!
That was
what
fun.
are your thoughts?
It was fun.
Yeah, this was, it's really funny because this is the third episode, but it actually took me a lot longer to see this episode because I was never able to catch it when it was on TV.
Nice.
So I actually went a really long time without seeing this episode. So whenever I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's that episode. I really think this episode is
I kind
special.
of like how like I thought it was gonna go one way, and then they started diverting it to like it might not go this way, but then it kind of
Then
went.
it came back.
Yeah, like because I wasn't thinking because like House of Wax is at like this. I don't know if I want to watch House of Wax, but like spoiler alert, there was like actual people in the wax figures.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think it was gonna go that far because children's show. But like.
Oh, Thomas Edison was one of the wax figures.
Oh.
I have him listed here. That was probably the guy you didn't know.
Who was that voiced by? Or does it matter?
I don't think he had a voice.
Oh. It could
Also
be like
the Queen. We didn't say the Queen. We didn't say the Queen.
The Queen was also there.
Yes.
Do we say what Queen?
Pretty sure just Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth II of England.
Yes. Yes. Where is... Oh, yes. The cryptogram at the end of the episode. So during the credits, the message says, he's still in the vents, referring to Wax Larry King, who's still in the vents.
I don't feel like Wax Larry King's going to really do anything, though.
I don't know. I think he might be the big bad of the series. If it's not the gnomes.
I mean, I feel like you wouldn't want to spoil anything for me, so I'm going to assume that's not the case.
But it could be. The big bad is Larry King.
Yeah, but like you'd want to hide that from me.
Would I?
Yes.
Would I? Maybe you think it's so ridiculous that I wouldn't say it. Anyway.
Yeah, but like I've done that to you where I'm just like, "Ooh, this could be the thing," and then it ended up like being the thing, and then it wasn't fun for you. So I feel like you would learn from my mistakes.
So I'm looking at the fun facts for this episode, the trivia notes, and I really like this last one that says, Alex Hirsch said in the commentary that he wrote the end credits joke simply to see if Larry King would say,
Llamas are nature's greatest warriors.
I feel like Larry King will do anything now.
yeah, why not?
I
Go for it.
respect that, but like,
All right. So that is HeadHunters. I think
which is like weird because like you think is like gonna go like the way based on the title, and then it goes into it like a different way, but it's still the title actually does make sense
because they're looking for the head of Wax Stan.
Were they looking for the head, or were they trying to find out who murdered Wax Stan?
Both.
Okay.
The title of the episode is reference to the term headhunting, which is the practice of taking a person's head after killing them.
It's also a job recruiter. That's also the title of a job recruiter.
Ah,
because my dad was that for a while.
Nice.
So. And I would say to people, "Oh, my dad's a headhunter," and see their reaction. Like when I was really tiny, because it's funny.
Why not both? You could do both at the same time.
Yeah, but one's legal. Do you want to go to jail?
Sure.
Again?
No.
Okay.
All right, so I think it's time for us to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about the hand that rocks the Mabel.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Let's see, do I have the episodes up? That's the question.
I have issues with these titles.
You may ask yourself, Cailin, do you do research? Do you do any preparation before you start hosting? The answer is no.
She got her outfit prepared.
Look, I got a whole outfit that's... Look at it. Why did I zip it?
Is Dipper your favorite? Like, I like Dipper.
I think Dipper's the character I relate to most.